Guys, I can't believe it. Blasting cap's dangerous. Hello, and welcome back to episode 2 of exploring the historic Ashley Gold Mine. Last time we took a look at that building there, and today we're looking at the refinery, which is just across the trail over there through the woods. So let's get started. It's not that far away. You can probably almost see it from here. A lot of the leaves are off the trees now, so it's a lot easier to see stuff. First, we have to cross over this prospecting trench here. Runs all along here. So we'll just hop on over to the other side. And oh, here's a ketchup bottle. It's a Heinz bottle from the 30s. There's an enamel dish. And then we have this great big pile of old barrels from the 30s. Must have been something to do with the refinery. All kinds of different sizes. Some of them are probably oil, but could be all kinds of stuff. And there's the foundation of the refinery. The very end of it. I'll put some pictures up on the screen of what it used to look like back in the day. All the pictures that you'll see on the screen have been colorized. They were originally in black and white, but to show the detail better, I did put them into color. There's the end. And there's part of the old galvanized roof still. I have some old historical documents about this place, and it says this building was 26 feet and 5 inches by 30 feet. And I just measured it, and it's exactly that. So the documents are right on. And you'll see all these tiles around here. That's what the building was made out of, the walls. I'll show you some examples here of complete ones. Here's one right here. The tiles are 1 foot by 1 foot exactly. And they would have been up on the wall. Something like that. I did some looking around over there in the pile. Picked out some nice looking bricks so I could show you what the building used to look like. That's what it used to look like back in the 30s. All stacked up. Right about like that. Those are the exact same bricks they used in the wall. 90 years ago. This building was built in 1932. I probably should have mentioned that. That's the exact same bricks you see in the picture, too. And I believe the building was supposed to be 16 feet tall. So it'd be 16 bricks high. Be way up there. We'll keep going around this way. There's a wash tub, it looks like. And the foundations you see over there, across the other trench, is the end of the mill. That's a very big building, the biggest one here. And that will be in next video. So you have to stick around for episode 3. There's another piece of the steel roof there. We'll hop on in. Go right down here. What's cool is that if you look around this side, the stairs to get in is still there. Over 90 years old, and they're still here, partly standing. So the door would have been right there, and I think this actually had 2 doors. One at this end, and one at the other end over there. So this building's actually fairly big. It doesn't look that big from the outside, but on the inside, you can fit a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so I got my documents here set up. I printed off. And as you can see right there, it lists refinery equipment. You can see refinery furnace, 40 inches in diameter by 37 inches high, cast iron trunnion frame, and oil burner installed complete. And it even tells you the cost of it. It's $553 back then. And then the foundation, which I believe is for that, is $14, looks like. And then one oil tank 3 by 6 feet, and one hot metal truck for a total of $714 back then. And I believe this is the foundation for that that burner. See what all the iron sticking up of what used to hold it down there. The equipment, I believe, was taken to other companies because this was owned by the mining corporation in Canada. So they probably took this to other mines they owned. And then some of the steel and stuff, buildings were all scrapped. So when the mine closed in 1936, that's when they did all that, I would think, or shortly after. This is, I think, the only piece of equipment left. And it's probably the oil tank. It's hard to say, though. It's either that or that other thing. And then you can see, if we come over here, some wood there. I'm not really sure what that would be for. The stairs for that door would have been right about there. And then we have the steel roof that they left, the galvanized roof. Surprised just how many trees are growing in here. It's actually hard to see stuff, but yeah, there's the roof. This is a pretty big tank of some sort. And there's where we just came from. You can see the barrels over there. Also over here, I pulled this out of the ground. Some steel here. This looks like it would have been for like maybe a chimney, or maybe for a piece of equipment, just some steel to wrap around it. That looks like, I'm not sure what that is actually. Some piece of metal. Yeah, there's the stairs over there again. There's the refinery foundations over there. I was walking around. I got some sort of an insulator here. I forget the name of these ones. There's a nice glazed brown one. I think it's from the 30s. I'm not really an insulator expert, so could be wrong. So let me know what you think. There's the other side of it there. It's attached to that wire. I was looking around this area for a little bit. Saw this bottle here. It's broken, but it still has a little bit of the label on it. Not much you can see, unfortunately. Most of it's coming off, but it's McDonald's beverages from, I think they were in Sudbury or North Bay. That's cool. That's probably from the 40s. Just walking around a bit, and I made an amazing discovery. Saw this little tin right here, pulled it out, and look what it says. Blasting caps dangerous. Don't worry, I made sure it was empty first. That's the first thing I did. That wouldn't be good. It says something on the bottom, not really sure. Then on the top it says Canadian Industries, CIL, and then blasting caps dangerous again. That's a nice little tin there. Guys, I can't believe it. I moved a rock. Look at that. Look at the condition of them. They look almost brand new, and they're from the 30s. Over 90 years ago. Isn't that just amazing? Look at that. It's still shiny and everything. I cannot believe I found those. And there's tons of them. There's this one. There's this one. I'm going to keep a couple for sure. They're all empty, which is a good thing. Definitely a good thing. There's one down there under a rock. And then my original two I found. That's where I found the first one. But look at the condition of them. That's just amazing. That's one of the coolest things I've ever found. I'm on a roll today. Put out a tobacco tin. Not the greatest shape ever, but always a neat find. Can see a lot of the paint. Awesome. Down here, this actually says explosives dangerous on it. That's probably a dynamite crate. That's cool, really cool. Okay, I'm continuing down this way to the other side. There's the big foundation to the mill. That'll be a cool video. That'll probably be 2 episodes for that one. It's just huge. There's that trench down there. But I wanted to show you, here's some more galvanized roofing from the building, laying all around this tree. And we'll continue down this way. Big pile of bricks here. They're actually terracotta, but back then they called them hollow tiles. Lots of buildings are made out of them, especially in Crickland Lake. You'll see a lot. And got a small barrel here. That almost looks like a set of stairs. Hard to tell. Still has the paint on it. Just filled with bricks. There's this side. Building would have been way up there at one point. Don't expect it to be that big, but back in the day it was. And come over here. There's some more steel hanging down. Looks like some oil cans over here. Can't really tell what that is. And that is a white rose, looks like. Not in very good shape. Those are very collectible though, if you can get them in good shape. I'm not sure what that is. Who knows? I will walk a little bit this way, but that's about as far as we're going to go for this video. I don't know what this is. Looks like it would have been like that. If one of you guys know, let me know in the comments. Look at the size of that thing. Way above my head. Well, head back this way, and that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'll just show you back where we came. Lots of whole bricks. I'm guessing when they wanted the equipment out of it, they just knocked the building down, took the equipment and left. There's some steel. And we're back to where we came from. There's the whole full barrels. And the door would have been right about there. On this side, there's some wood here. Maybe part of the steps, but hard to say. It's a piece of wood in the wall. Not sure why they put those there, but I've seen them before. And there we go.